The best thing to do when you're recording a YouTube channel is make sure you have your mic on. My name is Victor Ashley and I'm a real estate agent out of Seattle, Washington. This is how you get a hold of me. Also, please leave a comment below. The snarkier the better, but please be nice. And at the same time, please feel free to subscribe because I cover a lot of different areas, topics, zip codes, and concepts that might be important to you. So let's get started with one right now. So I actually recorded this one yesterday and I forgot to add the audio. So instead of just dubbing myself in, I had to do it all over again. So if you're new to my channel, I use the Seattle Space Needle as our point of reference. And our area that we're covering today is Mountlake Terrace, the 98043. And this is in the Linwood area also. This is just to the north of the shoreline area, to the west of Bothell, and the south of Everett. Now, just for the sake of time, I'm going to jump right into it right now. Usually I walk you on with a little more flavor, but as I said, I had to record this again. So let's get started with our sales data for this area. Now, if you're new to my channel, what I do is I compare sometimes depending on what the topic is of the day. But today I am comparing April of this year's whole sold data versus April of last year's sold data inside this zip code. And this way you get an idea of what actually is going on in this area. And let's get started with this April of last April 2022. And there was 36 homes sold in this period of time inside of this area. This is $494 a square foot is what the average price per square foot came out. That's what we call our market price roughly. And then it was just under $780,000 was the average home. 6 days on market, 3 beds, 2 bath, and 1622 square feet. Now versus this year there was only 16 homes sold inside of this zip code. So that is 20 less than last year. At the same time, our price per square foot came out to $448 a square foot, and our average home was actually $616,000. 14 days on market, 3 beds, 2 bath, and at the same time, 1485 square feet. So that's a lot of numbers, Victor. Let's actually get into it and see what it means. So what it means, though, is, and I'm going to pull this up a little bit closer, hopefully, but what this means is prices have gone down at the same time that the sales data has gone down. So less homes are being sold right now. I'm hearing in a couple of different YouTubers right now and industry people. The only reason why we're having less sales is because it's seasonal or because there's less inventory on the market. We're approximately having the same amount of inventory in the Seattle area, but our sales have gone down, and that's because of the buyers. Let me get into that right now. So the cost, when I do a year-over-year comparison, I average the house, and when I average the house size, and I multiply it against the price per square foot, I came up with $766,000 on average. Last year was what this house cost to buy. 3 beds, 2 bath, 1553 square feet. Now, if I use this year's price per square foot with the same size house, it would actually be $70,000 less. Now, that is 9.2% decrease. And at the same time, it sounds like a buying opportunity, but right now, the cost to carry that mortgage last year would have roughly been $3,700. This year, it's going to be roughly $4,400. And when you actually break that out, it's about $590 more each month to buy this house right now in your monthly budget with a 30-year loan. At the same time, I'm just going to equate this for you. That's like buying another car that you don't need randomly. Or that could also be the cost of your HOAs. Because this is only your payment and your interest. This does not include any taxes, insurance, HOAs, special assessments, or anything like that. So you got to keep that in mind while you're doing this. At the same time, so this is an increase of the cost for the buyers right now. And then on the seller side, this is also an increase. This is a decrease because there's less buyers that are qualified to actually buy this house right now. If you're new to the channel, you might know that I've been covering some of the other things that are going on, not just the interest rates, but also, we've had 3 banks collapse in the last in the last 60 days. So that's led to a credit crunch as well. Now, Also, if you're trying to sell this house and you decide you want to rent it instead, you're going to actually have a decrease. You're actually going to have a loss of roughly $1,500 to $1,600 a month. And that's because it's cost right now 162% more than the average rents to buy right now. So this is nowhere near your rent range. So if you're saying, hey, I'm just going to rent it out for a month or two, for a year or two, and I'm going to, put it back on the market when we get in a better, fiscal position, well, you're going to have an issue because you might run into vacancies, you might run into people not being able to pay right now, and at the same time, if you're even close to your mortgage right now, you're going to run into the other issue, and that's the taxes and some other things that just you don't know. And at the same time, it's really between a 3 and 5% change, either up or it can also go down. And as we said, no one expected the market to go down in this last year. So the reason why I do this is I want to kind of give you a general idea of what's going on in the Seattle real estate market. And at the same time, no one's actually really sitting down and talking about these kind of things or the unaffordability issue. So if this kind of content really matters to you, please, follow my numbers right here. Also, you can call and schedule a consult with me. And at the same time, I really appreciate your support. Please hit subscribe. I try to get these out every day. And at the same time, it was a pleasure working with you today, and I hope you have a fantastic day.